All right, we're back. Don't know why my camera is so much brighter. I'm in the exact same room, same lighting as always. I don't know. Well, you can see me better at least. But yeah, let's hop into it. This is week 6. Yes. So there were 6 games this week. Don and I did not play ours. That's postponed to week 9. So yeah, let's go through this real quick. I don't think I technically have a specific heat of the week. I'm just looking through here. I don't think anything jumped out at me. But we had 2 different 6-0s, so let's hop into the first one. All right, so we got Cordell and Tommy here. And just kind of looking at the teams, right? Okay, yeah, so my analysis is Sandslash looks really, really good into Cordell if Blastoise can get chipped down a little bit. Otherwise, you know, actually, Scizor looks pretty decent. And Gouging Fire always looks good after a Dragon Dance, of course, so that's kind of my initial thoughts. But yeah, Sandslash comes in here on the U-turn onto the rocks. Gets the SD up, loses its boots, but it's whatever. Gets another SD up, still has 3 turns here of Yeol Snowy Snow. Gouging Fire protects with the Burning Bulwark. Try to get a cheeky little burn there, probably to save the game. And, yeah, so Tommy uses Earthquake. And actually right here, Rapid Spin doesn't kill Gligar. Which means that with no Ghost type, Tommy can get a second one up here. Lives the Bullet Punch. And that is all she wrote. Sandslash went crazy. Sonic. Yeah. So, GG's Tom. Way to bump that diff up. Tommy's playing really well this season, if you guys haven't noticed. But yeah, Sandslash put in a ton of work there. Uh-oh, my computer's doing the weird laggy thing again. Okay. MJC and Ty. This game was, on paper, going to be really close if this turn played out differently. Terra Starstorm, Rotom eats, and misses Willow. They call it Willow Miss for a reason, right? The reason that was so big is with MJC's team here, he had to use Zapdos to end up like killing this. But with Terra Shell intact, he can't get it super effectively with a close combat. And of course, Terrapios is faster than the Rotom. And that kind of ends up just being how it broke down. So there we go, we get the Terra Shell finally broken. MJC still has to sack something though. So we've lost Rotom and Vikavolt at this point before Zapdos can actually come in. And of course, you know, Ty still has plenty of switches up to this point. You know, no Wish support on the team, or Healing Wish even. So that Will-O-Wisp would have been huge to actually keep it under 100% for later in the game, and then MJC maybe was able to kind of play around from there. But yeah, that was super unfortunate, and Ting-Lu / Moltres just won't die to the combo of Zapdos, Chi-Yu, and Yanmega. Yeah, real unfortunate, but Will-O-Wisp, you win some, you lose some. Alright, so when this loads, this is Demo and E. Just going to highlight a couple turns here. So, Dragapult, Dragon Dancing up to this absolutely beastly Vaporeon. I think Demo on this turn was kind of debating whether or not to go for like a Stored Power or Scald. You know, this is a sub Dragapult that's been shown. Yeah, Vaporeon looks really, really good, right? If it can get rid of Dragapult, it probably just wins, especially after the Acid Armor. But as we will see here, Dragapult's going to keep boosting up. Yeah, Stored Power probably, just to do a bigger chunk into it KO from this range. Yeah, but since it was Scald first turn, Dragapult's able to live, and then Dragapult can actually get it down into range where it is no longer a problem. Yeah, I think Rotom just kills there. Yep. So we got crit Earth Power, and then Sandstorm actually goes up. Deancey just being bulky as always. All right, Xka comes in, and this was kind of like eased way back into the game. Life Orb, Xka just absolutely putting in work, gets a kill here. And then, I haven't talked to E about this one yet, but he goes for the Earthquake. I'm not sure what coverage Xka was packing, but probably anything other than a ground move on this turn. Like I was talking to Demo, if he goes for Iron Head, sure, maybe it doesn't even kill, and, you know, Meowscarada can get the kill and keep moving. Well, there's at least a 30% chance you get the flinch, right? So, like, there's definitely a win con in that. You know, Exo looks really good into the Dunsparce and Sandy Shocks at this point, plus, like, Urshifu to clean it up afterwards. Plus, maybe Ironhead puts this in, like, Aqua Jet range. I'm not totally sure if that's what the Urshifu was packing, but ends up just being a Sandy Shocks endgame. And takes care of business. GG's. Demo's kind of cooking right now. Watch out. Alright. Ton and Dodge. This game was really good. We got Rotom coming in here on the sticky webs. It does 96 with Blizzard. Okay, fair enough, Dodge. That's Heat of the Week. I'll give that one to you. Absolute unit. Yeah, as you can see, Dodge doesn't really have a Gengar switch in. I mean, like, sure, Blood Moon can come in, but it probably dies to a Focus Blast. You know, Enamorus gonna die to a Poison move. Cinderace not really super bulky. So Pecharunt's just gonna be the expendable member here. Now, if you called him being like a Scarf or Specs Gengar, then that really works out well, but that's not the case. So get Cinderace for free to court change those webs back over. And actually lives a Life Orb Sludge Wave. Pyro Ball. Stays and goes for U-turn. Does not care if that's possibly a Scarf Lottie. Pretty huge. I guess on this turn if I'm Dodge, honestly at this point in the game, I mean, I guess if it's Breloom, you don't kill it after rocks. But I was thinking about Boulder coming in here, because that prevents webs from coming back up, and then maybe like, I guess that doesn't matter too much at the end, because if you're booster speed, you don't really care too much about webs since they're going to be on both sides and everything on Tanzan's grounded. The double Blizzard miss is tough. Rotom could have been, you know, at 100% still. But yeah, I'm just going to take a billion from Mach Punch regardless. Right, Cinderace comes in. That one didn't make a ton of sense. I thought Enamorus would have came in. It has Overcoat, so it can't be Spored. And actually, yeah, not being on webs is faster than the Breloom. This might be Scarfed. I can't remember. Probably not if it was slower than Gengar there. But yep. Oh yeah. So the webs actually makes the Quark Drive go into the attack, which is actually kind of useful here, right? You're already faster than everything. Okay, so this is the last turn I wanted to talk about. Tan has Horn Leech here and could like heal back up, but I want to say from the calc I ran, it wouldn't heal back to like 100%, and Blood Moon had a roll to kill at 100% anyway. So yeah, it goes for the Ivy Cudgel, which then, you know, is probably the correct play because that has a crit chance, like 1 in 8 or whatever. So that was probably a better win con than going for Horn Leech and hoping you lived. But yeah, that was a great game. That like really well played on both ends. Dodge is absolutely killing it as well. All right, Berg Joe, turn 1. Yeah, so like I was saying last week, Palafin lead can be exposed by setup mon. So obviously Quack being an amazing setup mon makes sense to lead that. Possibly, you know, get yourself in good position. Berg learned from that mistake, isn't doing that this week, and is just going to stay in with Lando. Joe was kind of thinking like, okay, I led Quack, maybe he'll think I'm Scarf, and then I can like, you know, do my thing. But I guess like the logic of staying in with Lando is you would lead Quack if you weren't Scarfed, assuming it was a Palafin lead. That way you could actually set up. So Berg probably felt safe that he was faster and he just go for the EP there. I want to say it was running Psychic, or maybe he didn't actually put that on. But yeah, if he had Psychic, you know, might as well just go for that into the Quack. Okay, yeah, so he had Smackdown. I don't think he actually had Psychic as well. But yeah, wow, 82% into a defensive Shaman, a Sludge Wave. Yep, good pivoting here. The Calm Mind on the U-turn is actually super, super smart. Eats that. I don't hate the Earth Power idea. You know, we saw Terra Fire last week. It's already a Fire type. But the other two Terra types it could switch into are Grass and Fairy. You know, I'm just kind of thinking through this right now. I don't know if I make the Sludge Wave play, but it kind of felt like Delphox wouldn't be Fire into a Palafin matchup, right? So like the Grass would make a lot of sense in that sense. So yeah, if Berg just went for the Sludge Wave right there, he's looking real good. Yeah. Alright, Delphox does its thing. Palafin's finally in, but just go Skeledirge super comfortably. No problem. Get yourself a little Torch Song or Slack Off. Or a Will-O-Wisp. Okay, it's that weak. Using the Dragon type to switch into the Dragon type. I love it. Shout out Baikel. And the Fire Fang tech. Yeah, normally, like, Cyclozar has really good special coverage. So, like, you would just not really invest for U-turns, rapid spins, or knockoffs, and then you'd still go, like, you know, Timid with Flamethrower, T-Bolt, or something. But yeah, went full physical. Ends up working out. I don't know if, like, Flamethrower actually would have killed from that range anyway. And, okay, we got Scale Shot coming out here from the Garchomp. And White Herb. Yeah, Joe's favorite item. But Terra Water Gudra doesn't care. Definitely doesn't care when Scale Shot misses. You know, I guess that would do like 50% or something, but Gudra's probably still chilling. The Shaman double. I mean, maybe it was a misclick. Lives to Flamethrowers, gets the Reflect up. And yeah, wow, Draco did 30. Oh, weakness policy, that's right. But yeah, Gudra just being so fat, it didn't actually care with that reset. It was still going to live the following Draco. So just a little pivoting around here from Joe. But at this point, Palafin and Rillaboom are looking pretty good and should be able to kind of take care of business. Healing Wish was a really good call. Oh, and yeah, I talked to Berg about this in prep. Like, you can use Jet Punch. So Thunderclap is like Sucker Punch, right? Where it's priority if you're attacking. But if you attack with a priority move yourself and you have a higher base speed, the Thunderclap will fail, just like Sucker Punch. So I was like, if you're 1v1 with Palafin and Raging Bolt, you know, you got to play some mind games, but never just give him the first Thunderclap, right? You know, put up a substitute. That's why sub was on here, was actually for Thunderclap. So like this turn, you're faster, just go for the sub. If it goes for T-Bolt, whatever. You have another, you know, play afterwards. But nope, Berg goes for like the Drain Punch, I think. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because this is AV Rillaboom. And it's able to take care of business. Not sure if Draco actually kills Skeledirge at 67%. It could have been interesting if Rillaboom died and then Unaware actually ignored the stat drops from Raging Bolt, and then Draco actually killed from there. I don't know if it does 67. Skeledirge is just really fat, so... but yeah, really good game. I think Berg played exceptional in this one, in my opinion. Alright, we got Graham and Nathan. Turn 1. Let's see some fireworks, baby. Bang! Yeah, Lost Gaster turn 1 to the energy ball. Meloetta has like incredible coverage. It's really hard to actually scout for everything, but as you can see, Metagross coming in here, that, you know, is always going to be the play for Meloetta. Even if it hits you with like a Shadow Ball or whatever, like your AV, you're okay. Knocks off Donphan, takes off the Custap Berry, which is pretty clutch. From Gramps' perspective, right, this is booster speed Valiant. So, like, the idea of the game should be just chip down Muck, right? And probably Meloetta as well, because Terra Fairy is going to be a little annoying. But yeah, you get those 2 chip down. Aura Sphere is going to do a ton to Heatran. You got Fairy coverage for Donphan and Hands. Yeah, so really you just have to get rid of Muck and Meloetta, or at least chip them down a little bit. So yeah, Zen Headbutt, huge, really good pool. Nathan did make an interesting switch here. I don't know if that was a misclick or not, but, you know, just go Heatran or Donphan on this. You know, save some health on Eel Iron Hands to be able to switch in on other stuff later. Because, you know, at full, that's probably living any hit from Valiant. But yeah, we see his Sword Stance. And it was actually a speed tie this whole time. And wins it, kills that. Alright, 71%. Switches out into Heatran. Balloon Heatran, I love it. I love it. But yeah, bang. Aura Sphere did 88%. That's just incredible. So yeah, Muck's chipped. Now you just got to work on figuring out how to chip down Meloetta for a Valiant endgame. Muck's gone. Perfect, yep. Alright, Enamorus. Kind of a bold call going Enamorus on Nathan's end. I think they should have probably went into Donphan there. Just so you can keep this around, so, like, Dragon Spam. I don't know if this is Terra Fairy still. We haven't seen that out of the Meloetta yet. But yeah, Ironhead, as you can see, is going to take care of business. Yep, there's Terra Fairy. Also, I mean, like, it worked on the knockoff. So I don't really know if Nathan had a different play than that, other than probably just going into Donphan instead. Because Metagross just put in so much work here. Yep, and then Valiant can come in and should clean up the game. Yeah, great job, Graham. You know, you eliminated the threats to your Valiant and opened up the endgame for it. Yeah, Ironhead, and then... Oh yeah, the Custap was knocked off, that's right. Yep. Perfect. Alright, well, GG's. That is week 6, everybody. I will catch y'all in my live game versus Cordell, and then the week 7 highlights after that. Perfect. Peace.